Hey, what's everyone? This is Ricky with Off the Grid Van Works. We just wrapped up a 144 build and want you guys to check it out. Come on in. So 144 chassis, seat 4, sleep 4. Best way to do that we found is with a pop-up roof. This is from SCA 252. We have a ladder right here that clips up to the top with some safety catches here. You can have 2 adults up here, and then our second bed is actually here in the back with our 60-inch Murphy, so I'll show you guys that. 60-inch Murphy bed, all aluminum construction. The 60-inch uses 3 bed panels. We've updated our latching mechanisms to some 3D printed parts, and they are adjustable depending on the height of the ceiling that you have. Here we're using a smart floor, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But essentially they'll come down, land right over here on this ledge. And there's your bed platform. So you have 2 capsule inserts, one here, mattress will fold all the way out. You get about 65 inches from front to back, and inside the capsule inserts, it's about 79 inches. So I don't claim a full queen because obviously it's not a true 60 by 80 all the way across, but in your capsule inserts, you're just about there. We have some reading lights, his and hers, that are dimmable, USBs, throughout the build. This was something fun that we did. A customer wanted to, his concern was the height of the bed, the Murphy bed, and being able to get in easy and out. So I want to show you guys that. If I drop this bed panel down, what we've done, this door will open up, and then we have a heavy duty lock-in, lock-out slide. We built out of bamboo with some traction tape here. So the slide's locked in. You put all your weight on here, and now it's an easy step up into the bed. Create this huge separation between the rear half of the van and the front half of the van, right? So that's what's so cool about, I think, I might be biased, about the Murphy bed is when it's in a stowed position, because you're not using the bed realistically all the time, only at night. Now we have a full wide open pass-through floor plan. We have this countertop's just about 9 feet if my memory is correct. Into the little backsplash here, pops into the capsules. This customer really likes bamboo, so we did some bamboo accents around the microwave. Little cutting board with bamboo, stainless steel sink. This build has 22 gallons of fresh water. We're doing our standard Rixens hydronic heating system. Up at the front of the van, standard swivel seats. We use Alpine mechanisms. They're a really low profile base. I've been really happy with those. And then you'll notice here we have a third seat. This is the RV M1 seat from RE Global with the smart seat quick release bases. So for those of you that don't know, this floor is what's called a smart floor. It's a fully DOT approved, FMS VV pull tested, all the safety regulations that it needs, and allows for adjustability and modularity, right? So no tools required. These handles just release here, seat pops out. You can adjust it anywhere in 1-inch positions, anywhere that you see L-track. So the seat could be here, you could have it all the way to the back of the van. Doesn't matter where it's placed, you're still going to have that safety. So it's a really nice option, just for those customers that are looking for modularity, not being boxed into a certain configuration. For our air conditioning on this build, we didn't use a standard rooftop air conditioner, and that's because of the pop-up roof. We're limited to how much weight we can put on top of the pop-up roofs, right? So our air conditioning solutions for vans that are using a pop-up is from N Comfort. This is the HD12L series. For those of you that are unfamiliar, unlike a rooftop air conditioner, essentially this is 2 parts. For lack of terminology here, you have 1/2 in here, and then your condenser fans are actually mounted underneath the van. I'm quite impressed. It's a really efficient system. A little bit more setup time and install time compared to your rooftop air conditioners. But for a van with a pop-up roof, when you have no other option, I'll put an asterisk there. If you have a 170, there's enough room behind the pop-up roof for a rooftop. But on 144, the rooftop takes up all your roof space. So you're kind of limited to going to an air conditioner like one of these, and really happy with this product. For our power system, we use Victron Energy or Lithionics. This particular build is using Victron Energy. We've got 2 200 amp hour batteries wired in parallel for 400 amp hours. This is a standard 12 volt system. This is something that we commonly will do, is we'll leave room for expansion, right? The last thing you want to do is kind of box yourself in with the cabinet, and a year later you want to be able to increase your battery capacity, and now you're reworking the whole cabinet. So with our Victron builds or power systems, we use GX touchscreen. It's just a system monitor. It's really easy to understand. You can see we have our battery bank voltage here. We have PV, which is solar, coming in. Right now only 35 watts. It's pretty overcast still outside. But allows for all your monitoring. So we can see our water tank levels, fresh water tank, gray water tank, all that good stuff. We can control shore power here through also just going to menu. Gives us our links, BMS, multi-plus, state off. So really nice interfaces with everything. And then up top here, all of our builds come spec'd out with Switch Pros. So allows for dimming, multiple zones. So we have a front zone, rear zone, our underglow pump, but essentially we'll use these for all of our DC loads. You can connect to the Switch Pros also from your phone, Bluetooth. So if you're out sitting by the fire at campsite, you want to pop the lights on really quick, you can do that through Switch Pros. So pretty neat. Alright you guys, thanks for checking it out. You can find us at our YouTube channel, just at Off the Grid Vanworks, Instagram at Off the Grid Vanworks, pretty straightforward. But yeah, we had a lot of fun building this one. I think it came out pretty sweet. Let me know what you think, and see you guys on the next one.